Okay, so today we're going to talk about something that I've been waiting for and something that I love. Because if you don't know, I love Raising Kanan, and I feel like Raising Kanan is even better than the original Power. But the only reason I don't fully say that is because the original Power gave me Kanan, Ghost, and Tommy. But this Power origin things, oh my god, we're finna get into it. Okay, so welcome back. This is going to be my second video on Power, and we're finna talk about that teaser for Power Origins. Oh my god, this show is fin to be the bomb.com. When I tell you I was getting flashbacks, I'm like, ain't no way. This is like when I first saw the trailer for Raising Kanan. The first episode of Raising Kanan, I watched like 5 times. It was so good. Like, I'm talking about the Tommy and Ghost chemistry. Like, I'm talking about like the just bond that you could see that they had, the brotherhood, like just the Ghost with his dreams, how he was when he was younger, him kind of making like it a joke, like some, oh, I don't actually think believe all of it, but it sounds so good coming out my mouth. Showing that he was a big dreamer, showing that Tommy, he looks a little more impulsive, a little younger. Oh my god. Young Kanan, oh my god. Kanan's like 5 years older than them. But still, this show is fin to hit so many right places. Just so many good places. When I tell you, we've been waiting for this, because I didn't even want them to introduce Ghost and Tommy, even though they might still introduce Ghost and Tommy, like probably like how they introduced Breeze, like the final episode, or like a little teaser to them, or oh, hey, we got two new corner boys. This is James and this is Tommy, and they just say what's up, and then they going on about their way. And Kanan says, "Oh, I see the potential in them," but just move on to whatever they doing, kind of like they did Breeze. And I don't see many people talking about that. And also, I've noticed in this show we have a lot of cop characters, like a lot of cop characters, and I'm gonna say how I think that's going to actually go back to the original Power, but well, more of book 2. But moving on. Okay, so you see, like in the trailer, like you see Ghost and Tommy, like Ghost shakes his head and Tommy hits somebody with the bat because you know Tommy's the enforcer. You also see Tommy's face is a little bruised. Like, that is what we need. Tommy is gonna be getting picked on, probably getting into fight. Well, this is probably gonna be way before that happened. Way, but way after that happened. I think that's gonna be like how Raising Kanan had the beginning flashbacks of Kanan putting hands on the bullies. That's how it's going to be with Tommy and Ghost. You gonna flash back to Ghost. That's gonna be the beginning. Oh, you gonna see that, and this is just be like, oh my god. If they do that, like it's a parallel. Oh my god, that's so great.
We came
And
in
it's
this
like I
motherfucker's
do
touch
want
the
to make
sky,
videos
brother.
about what.
I won't let us settle for less.
For the end, honestly. I'm still not hang of this. You can tell I'm still.
This moment right here is when we start dreaming.
Like,
It's about
like
proving to
seeing
ourselves that
young
we can do
Ghost
this
Tommy
shit on our
starting
own.
up. Like, you see their business
This how
starting
legends
up
get
before
made.
Ghost had truth. When he just thought, okay, I gotta be a gangster.
Man, I don't know
He
if I actually
probably had
believe all
some
that shit I
things
just
like,
said, but
oh,
it sounds so
I'ma
fucking dope
start
coming
the
out my
Cheese
mouth, boy.
nightclub and I'ma like get there and do that and stuff like that and go legit. But he probably wasn't thinking. He was probably thinking, I need to become the biggest gangster. Like, it ain't gonna be no club truth. It ain't gonna be all that. We're not gonna get all that business stuff. We're going to be straight in the streets. We're probably gonna still get like business stuff, them doing business stuff and like that, because we did see pictures of them with laundromats. We saw them getting kidnapped, like Ghost and Tommy always get kidnapped by Lobos and people. But yeah, but it's just like, oh my god, we're gonna see them in the streets. And this is my theory. This is my theory on why Ghost killed Breeze. You see Kanan when in the original Power, and this is something I don't say a lot of people say, he was kind of cool with working for Lobos like Ghost did and stuff like that. But I think I know what Kanan wasn't cool with. Breeze probably just wanted to keep it in like South Jamaica, Queens and stuff like that, or just keep it close. But he probably didn't want to go work with all these people and stuff like that. But Kanan probably was okay with that. But I don't think Kanan was like Tommy. In the original Power, Tommy was just like, this is supposed to be a side thing. We're not supposed to do this like long term. This ain't just supposed to be something we just do long term. It's a side project. But Ghost was treating it like it was a main project. And I think that's where Kanan had a problem. He didn't want Ghost to fully become a businessman, because I don't think he really wanted Ghost to transcend the streets. He probably was cool with him doing having all these little laundromats, stuff like that. And Kanan probably had some of them ideas. But it's just like, I don't think he really just wanted Ghost to transcend the streets, like just go over and just become businessman, because he knew eventually he would just want to do that instead of the street shit. And what did Kanan say in Raising Kanan? I'm cool with being on the south side. They gonna bury me here, and I'm fine with that. Kanan said it himself. He was fine with that. But I don't think he wanted Ghost to transcend that. And Breeze didn't want them to transcend, what's it called, the Jamaica Queens thing, and want the drug and power they already had. But yeah, okay. So, about the cop characters. We have a lot of cop characters, and obviously it's a parallel because Power did have a lot of detective characters, and then like that. But in book 2, we have this character. He's in the final season. Detective. Fuck, I forgot his name. It starts with Adita. So that detective, he had said something to Tariq that I'm like, that was actually kind of interesting. He talked like he actually knew Ghost. Because if you don't remember, most people didn't know Ghost was like Ghost. He talked like he knew Ghost was Ghost. So could he either be one of these detectives, or could we get introduced to him later, at like a season 2 or something? Or could one of these detectives be one of his parents? I'm leaning towards that theory, because think about this. If one of the detectives is like his parents or like his grandma, something like that, that is so cool. Like, it can be like, okay, not his grandma, but like probably his mom or something like that, or dad. It'd be so cool, because it'd be like, damn, this nigga really learned, because they got screwed by Ghost, because Ghost was always one step ahead of everybody. Well, 5 steps ahead of everybody. And then he was just like always hateful and vented to his son. And then he actually got to almost take down Ghost's son Tariq. That would be so poetic. And that is what Power loves to do, the poetic shit. But what else do we need to talk about? We need to talk, is Breeze Shameik Moore going to be in this show? I haven't had any reports of seeing like him behind the scenes on this show, but it would be such a wasted opportunity for him not to be in this show, because Breeze is doing so good in Power. Like, he is doing so good in Raising Kanan. Like, it's just like he is living up to all the hype that was built up over years. Years of Power. He is living up to all of it. Just living up to all of it. It's just great. He is so great in that. And the final episode is named One Last Chance, so we're going to see that very early. And I want to talk about something else. People were saying, 18 episodes is going to be bloated and stuff like that. This is the fun thing we'll talk about, but I think that's actually good. Because, listen, what if we're not just getting Power Origin, the young Ghost and Tommy story? It's called Power Origins, because Raising Kanan is called Raising Kanan. It's mostly about Kanan and his family. But this is not called Raising Ghost and Tommy. This is called Power Origins. So we're not just getting the story of young Ghost Tommy. We're getting the story of young Kanan, young Tasha, young Angela to some extent, younger characters, like even probably characters we don't know about. Like, say in the original, when book 2 was coming out, they said Monet and Lorenzo wouldn't have been able to navigate without hearing the name Ghost and Tommy at least once. We're probably going to get backstories for them. We're probably going to get backstories for characters that we don't even expect in this show. But that's going to wrap it up. And I do want to say a few things. I am going to be making more Power videos. I am going to make Who Was Jukebox in the Original Power. That's coming out, I think, Monday. I'm going to also be making, after that, Who Was Kanan in the Original Power. That one's going to be a bit like, I'm going to make multiple parts. Like, I don't think I'm gonna really need multiple parts for Jukebox because she does die early. But like, yeah, I am gonna be making more power videos. Like, y'all love the Breeze one so much, I need to make another one. But that will wrap it for the video. See you next time. Bye.